Hello everybody, Konadri here, and this is a video announcing the fact that I have started a Patreon page. Patreon has been around quite a while now, so I assume most of you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, Patreon is basically a crowdfunding website for content or art or basically anybody who's creating something and trying to raise funds for it. It's one of the best platforms for YouTube channels to try and have some form of crowdfunding or some kind of subscription based model as far as raising funds for creating content. It's something I've had in the back of my mind for quite some time, and I've discussed it with a lot of people, and pretty much overwhelmingly everyone has told me, hey, you should start doing this, this is something that you should do, but I've really struggled to convince myself to do it because I felt as though I didn't have enough to offer. I didn't have anything to give back for people giving me any kind of financial assistance. Well, as you may have seen in the video I posted prior, I am starting a new in real life car project, and doing in real life car projects on video is something that I've really wanted to branch my channel out into for a long time. I've put out a few videos over the years, nothing too consistent or anything like that. And overall, the response to those has always been really positive, and that's pretty surprising to me because I'm pretty new at it, and it's a completely different skill than doing like video game commentary or anything like that. So I have a lot of learning to do when it comes to making that kind of content. But recently, I've acquired a new project, as I mentioned, and I will link the video to that here so you can see the finer details of that. I don't want to repeat everything that I already covered in that, but a big part of even being able to start that project was really due to the support that I've already gotten on the channel and through either fans of the channel or through friends of the channel, specifically talking about the guys from Automation. I will always be in debt to them because they have done a tremendous amount in the regards of like channel promotion, stuff like that. So I'm starting the Patreon page now. It's absolutely not mandatory. I am very thankful for everybody that watches any video that I put out. It's really kind of just become a passion of mine. I really enjoy making content and interacting with people, and it's just a project, you know? It's fun to have something going that's just not my normal daily grind at work or anything like that, and it's fun to try and make it grow and stuff like that. The difficult part is to branch off into this kind of different genre. Video game Let's Plays, I can do those for pretty cheap. You know, you buy a game, and knowing how cheap I am, I probably wait till it's on sale for $5 on Steam, and then that's pretty much your max investment. You know, maybe the microphone, stuff like that. But overall, you can do that kind of stuff for a pretty reasonable price. Over the years, I have made $1 or $2 in, you know, ad revenue and that kind of stuff. But I would say I'm still probably in the negative as far as money I've put into it versus money that I've received from it. It's never really been the intent. It's always nice, you know. You always dream about being able to do something like this full time, being able to make a living off of it. I live I live in reality, and I know that that's probably not going to be the case, and that's okay. That doesn't really bother me at all, and that's not really why the Patreon thing is coming about now. What I really want to do with the Patreon is to get you guys more unique content and do more of this in real life stuff. So, in setting up the Patreon page, I kind of mirrored a little bit of what I've seen some other content creators do, specifically good old Crit Mac, which you guys know is somebody who I typically follow a lot of what he does, and I really like the way his Patreon page is set up. He was one of the first that I actually decided to support, and that was just kind of a no-brainer to me. And I really liked the layout of his. It was a low pressure kind of thing, and the rewards were worth it. And yeah, it was really easy for me to be convinced to support him. So first, let's go over the milestone goals. So these are basically the goals that I have set forth to you guys. If we can reach these levels of support per month, then I will do this special thing that I probably wouldn't have done otherwise. And I tried to keep it to things that are actually things that I don't think I would ever do otherwise. So it's not like, oh, I was going to do this, but I'm going to withhold it until you give me money. No, this is stuff that I've set up kind of special for you in return for the support. Number one is automation streams. This is probably one of the most requested things I've had on my channel. People want to see me stream automation. I've never really done it because it, to me, would take away from the main series. So I've spent a lot of time kind of coming up with ideas for stuff I could do for automation streams, and they would probably be somewhere in the 3-hour length because it would cover an entire build. It would cover an entire series, basically. So we would build, say, an entire car company in that one sitting. We may get guests like GT1 Cooper, PackBat, any of the guys that you commonly see on my videos. Maybe we'll get some of the developers in there. Kill Rob has always been real supportive and always willing to jump on board for stuff. So yeah, that would be cool to get some of them involved. But that's the main thing. So at $50 a month, if we can get to that level, then absolutely, one automation stream per month minimum. Monthly Project Street Mod 246 update videos. So this also is something extra. This is not Cone's Garage. I intend to do that either way. I will definitely do videos on the progress of the build as it goes on. But this is something extra. This is at least one video updating the project, going over details, discussing with you guys how things are going, kind of maybe more like a vlog format, which was a little bit like the first episode there that we did of the supercharger build. So something more like that format instead of just me working, because that's what the main Cone's Garage videos are going to be. It's just going to be footage of me wrenching on the car out in the garage. So that is $100 per month, and that is kind of, at that level, the build project can really kind of move on and get moving faster. Number 3, Cone tries drifting. This is a fun one. This is one of those things that like I was just falling asleep and then bam, it was, oh, that'd be a great idea. So this is, I would say, stretch goal number 1. So at $250 per month, and that would be mind-blowing for me. At this stretch goal, I would pony up the cash to throw, actually probably not even pony up the cash to throw tires. I have extra tires. We have a local drift event like once a month, and yeah, I'd throw some tires on the SR2246 project that you may have seen maybe in some autocross videos, but that's a friend of mine, and he is building more of a drift car. Mine's not really set up for drifting, anything like that, and obviously it's not going to be doing a whole lot of driving here until everything is finished with the supercharger, and that's going to be a little while. But yeah, he's always been more than willing to let me do it, but drifting is not my thing. So I don't know if I would be any good at it. I'd probably be pretty terrible, but I'm willing to give it a try, and I think that would be a pretty good stretch goal. If you've ever seen, if you've been here a while and you've ever seen me try to drift in like a Assetto Corsa, you'll probably know how funny that would be. And for the huge stretch goal, if that ever happened, and that could be months or a year in the future, who knows, if we hit $500 per month, I will take the project car we are working now, and I will go out and do a documented, video on me doing a HPDE, a driving school, some kind of actual track day with the car. As you know, I'm an autocross person. I'm Cone Dodger, right? That's the main purpose of the build. That's my main passion. And tracking cars has never really been a huge goal of mine, just because it always seemed unrealistic. I've never felt as though I would have a car that was safe enough or ready enough for that to happen. But if you guys amazingly stepped up to $500 a month, I would be more than willing to throw that money into the car to, get the proper safety equipment and get it, solid enough to take you along to, kind of show what that kind of experience is like, because not everyone is going to have the opportunity to ever take a car out to a track day, so you might not know what all is involved in it and what it's like to get a car prepped for that or get a driver prepped for that. So I think it would be cool to kind of document. So that's huge final stretch goal that just, yeah, you're supposed to have those, right? You're supposed to have a big grand poobah stretch goal that may or may not ever happen. We'll see. We'll see. You guys are pretty awesome. Okay, and then as you pledge money, that sounds so 90s, doesn't it? Like we're on PBS. And if you pledge $2, I've set up different levels of pledges. Just again, kind of mirroring what I've seen other Patreon pages do. $2 a month is Tip the Cone, and you'll just get access to the Patreon feed where I will be doing a more one-on-one kind of conversation. If you ever had any random question to ask me and you wanted a direct response, that is where you would be able to do that. And I would post the details about the build and stuff like that. Maybe, hey guys, what do you think about these injectors? What do you think about doing this setup here? Getting more technical details and stuff like that discussed there, because Twitter's not really a good place to do that, and YouTube, oh, we all know what it's like to try and discuss things on YouTube in the comments. Not good. Pledge $5 per month, and that is the Slalom Action. So one of the other random hobbies that I have, I don't think I have enough hobbies, is photography. And this is just another one of those goofy, neat ideas that I had. And I will send you a digital postcard. Yeah, a digital postcard. Yeah. How much money does that cost me? None. Where I will, give you like a personalized message for thank you for your support and stuff like that. And I will pick the image at random. So who knows what it could be. But it will be in the postcard, kind of format. And it's going to be something cone-centric. And the third level is $10 or more per month. And that's what I called stickers add horsepower. One of the biggest things that I do with my channel, and one of the gaming content things that is most important to me is the iRacing stuff. And at $10, I'm going to make a section of the car that I'm running at the time. It's going to be GT1 right now. Next season, I don't know, we'll see. But your name will appear on the car, basically, or whatever alias you choose, or basically whatever short message you want, whatever you want in this area of the car. You'll get a spot on it. That's limited to 20 people because, well, there's not that much room on a car, so we got to limit that a little bit. And then we jump way up to $30 or more per month because this one takes a little bit of an investment from me. A very little one, but it's something that I'm very willing to do. What I'll do is basically the same thing, except you'll get a decal on the actual car. Instead of, the fictional car, you'll get a decal on the actual car. It's probably going to be the back window that I do this. I've already got a Automation Game decal working in the works to put on there, so that's probably where that will be. And that one is limited to 10 because, well, I mean, yeah, again, there's only limited space on the car. And then finally, the top of the line one, $60 or more per month. That would be just unbelievable to me. Then I would be blown away that you would even consider doing that. But it's there if you choose to. And basically, I mean, like I've tried to mention, I think I mentioned it actually in the Cone's Garage video. But all of this stuff, what I'm trying to do is basically things that are not going to end up costing me money, because I don't think that would be fair to you guys if you gave me money just to make me spend money on things for you, because then you're not going to get the content that you really wanted to see. So yeah, so all this stuff, I try to be a little creative and try to make things that are enticing without actually costing money. So for $60 or more per month, you'll get the name on the iRacing car, you'll get the name or whatever you want on the real car, and at the end of all my videos and every monthly update and stuff like that, you'll get room in the credits. Basically, I've started putting end slates on my videos again. I've been trying to up my production value a little bit this year. And yeah, your name or alias or whatever you choose will appear in the end slates of the video as a personal thank you for your support. All right, there you have it. There's the rundown. That's everything that I kind of have to say about Patreon. I'm not going to continue to nag about it. I'm gonna put this video out there, and I'm going to put it. It's going to be at the end slate of every video. You'll see if you like this content, support on Patreon, stuff like that. And if you don't feel comfortable with the Patreon, kind of payment format or anything like that, or if you just don't have the money, just don't worry about it at all. I completely understand. I appreciate any support you give to the channel. Just watching, liking videos, stuff like that, it means a lot to me. So if you don't have the ability to financially support the project, you can still do a lot by just enjoying or watching the videos. So don't worry about that kind of stuff. All right, there we go. There's my spiel. We'll return to regular PBS programming now. Thank you guys so much for all the support. This year has been awesome as far as the channel stuff goes. It's been very encouraging, and I really hope for even better things as we move forward.